I tell everybody the numbers is your parachute. It's your safety net because you have to eventually jump out the plane. You're going to have to, the analysis paralysis thing is real.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to eventually have to jump out the plane, but you could have two choices. Jump out the plane, bare-butted, and you just jump, or you could jump out the plane with the parachute on. I'm going to jump out the plane with the parachute.
Man, I like how you
I thought about it all by myself. I just thought about it just now.
Hey, bro, cut that one up. What's good with y'all? It's your boy, Abram Mitchell. You are now tuned in to the Triple M Show where you unlock the secrets of a money-making mindset. And before we get started, I want y'all to make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, comment on this, comment on all of our videos and get this thing out here. We dropping real game, real value, real actionable tools that, man, this free. Like, this free. I guarantee you, look at every single episode we've done and pay attention. I'm not saying try to implement everything, but just take one thing from each episode. I guarantee you'll make some money if you stay consistent long enough. But y'all know, man, y'all know the motto. We want to get better every single week with these shows. We want to get better every week. We want to provide the highest level, the highest value that we possibly can. And, man, bro, I'm excited for this interview that we about to do right now because, man, this is something that we've been, needing to do probably for a while. And I got my brother, Mr. Welby, in here with me. Say what's up to the camera, bro.
What up?
How you feeling?
I'm blessed, my guy. I'm blessed, man. I'm high off the Triple M event yesterday, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think you and the team, man, I'm super impressed by you guys, man.
Mm-hmm.
You guys got a movement going on out here, man. So, but I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling really good.
Man, I appreciate you, bro. I'm feeling good, too. And, I just kind of want the people to kind of know how this came to where we at now. And it's like, it started off, and this is the power of social media. I know we live in a world where a lot of, bad things are talked about with social media, but at the end of the day, everything got a yin and yang. Is at the end of the day, there's a good side and a bad side. If you use social media for bad reasons, then you probably need to get off social media. But if you use social media for the right reasons, then you could benefit and get, great value from, your phone, from your iPhone. We all got them. But it started off with, I shot the podcast with Xavier and
Millionaire Mindset.
Yeah, Millionaire Mindset podcast. Shout out to Xavier, bro. Shout out to him, bro. And put him on that platform. I got a lot of recognition from that platform myself, so I know you did. And
Absolutely.
I remember, scrolling and seeing yours. I think yours was right after mine.
I think so too, yeah.
And I was like, man, this dude went crazy. Like, I said, Xavier gonna drop it. Like, this dude went crazy.
A bunch of
Man.
viral clips out of it. It was a 2-part interview, man, and it was organic. It was just a dope interview. And then I also saw your interview, and I had hit up Xavier, and I said, yo, who's your, the brother there, man? He explained, whatever, and then we left it at that.
Yeah.
And then Xavier,
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy, bro.
Yeah, then ironically, Xavier was going to be doing InvestFest. He had his own podcast time to do, and he hit me up and was like, hey, you'd like to be on stage with me again and let's do InvestFest? And then I said, yeah, so we ended up doing that. And then, of course, there's so many people that's walking through the crowds and stuff over those 2-3 days, and then we bumped into each other in the crowd. And as soon as we bumped in,
we were like, oh, I know.
We locked it in, and we just started talking, exchanged numbers, and then from that day, it was
genuine.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't no surprise to me though, because it's like it's a lot of people on Xavier platform, and at the end of the day, you're not gonna watch everybody's stuff, but. I was really just focused on my stuff. But when I was watching your videos, they got that term real, recognize real. I could just tell by the demeanor and just the words you were saying and the how you were saying it. I'm like, he real. Like he everything he's saying is exactly, what happened.
The thing is, what's crazy is that, obviously what brought us together, obviously the Xavier interview, but also the brotherhood of what we do. There's truly a brotherhood, there's truly a sisterhood of what we do as far as real estate investing. And there's multiple different strategies, different entry points, but the essence of what we do, real recognizes real.
Yeah.
And this is why with the information that which I'm sure we're going to talk about, that we like to share with the world, is we're trying to expose people to the realness of this business.
Yeah.
The good about this business, the bad about this business, and then hopefully exposing people without having it to be a fight or slinging shots at people or being disrespectful, so that we can empower the people, the consumers that are looking to be in this business themselves, so that they can protect themselves with the information and don't have to go through the hardships that we've been through starting out in this game. You know?
And they got to know the truth, bro. That's heavy in what you were saying, bro, because I said this yesterday. You talk about your and I feel that's why you just been able to just go so crazy. Yeah. Like, man, you done went viral. How many? I mean, you don't count, but I don't count. But
it's been a bunch of times.
You know what I'm saying? And I think it's because you would talk about your failures more than your success. You know what I'm saying? And
because
it makes sense.
That's the truth. That's just the truth about life. And if we're talking in particular about real estate, you're gonna fail more.
Yeah.
I could talk to the camera, right?
Yeah,
You're going to fail way more investing in real estate than you're gonna win.
Yeah.
But most people will hear that and they will allow that to deter them. Right? So I always compare it to Floyd Mayweather, for example. He's the best to do it. How many times has he been punched in the face?
Thousands.
He's been punched in the face. But being punched in the face and still working through those punches to be the best ever.
Yeah.
You know?
Like one of my examples with that is our core value is winners win. One of our core values in my company. And when I explain it to people, I talk about LeBron. I feel like he's one of the perfect examples. Because when you look at how many times he's been to the finals, 10, 9, 10, 11 times, I don't know how many times it is, and he lost a lot of times. He won also like 4 rings, 5 rings, whatever he got, but he also lost. But every year, he playing to win. Every time LeBron strap up, he playing to win. He giving it 100%. He giving it all he got. And you see, him being able to maintain this greatness over 20 years, but people don't understand it's probably not a single person in the NBA that worked harder than LeBron James and experienced as much failure as LeBron James did. It kind of sounds backwards.
And even at this stage of the game, at this stage of his career, he's still top 3, 4.
Because he worked.
Because he worked.
Yesterday you said Kobe. Kobe missed the most. Well, LeBron just broke his record for most missed shots or something like that.
Okay.
But LeBron also got he the highest scorer ever. He broke Kareem record, right? Like last year, he broke one of their records. Y'all boys don't pay attention to sports like that. But he broke his record, but Kobe, LeBron, they also got the record for the most missed shots. You see what I'm saying?
Yet they're the greats.
Exactly.
So for people that are envious of the example that we just made, Kobe, LeBron James,
and
Floyd Mayweather. So for those people that are envious of those people, for those people that are hating on those people because you're seeing the lifestyle that their hard work has provided them, have you done the hard work too?
Have you made the sacrifices?
Have you made the sacrifices too?
Exactly.
So this business that's required in this business.
Yeah.
It's required. It's gonna be some long nights, long days.
A lot of them.
Stress, self-doubt. Can I? And you have to push through that.
Yeah.
So once again, when we say you're gonna fail more, you're gonna be told way more no's investing in real estate than you will ever see a yes. Are you man enough, woman enough to take that?
Yeah. And something you said just now, I like that, and I break this down to people. It's never can I, it's will I. It's never can I. And nothing impossible. It's never
because
can I,
if another man
will
or
I.
another woman before you have done it, why is it you can't?
Why not?
So that's why I tell you that I have an attitude like that. That's how I walk this earth. I don't envy nobody. I don't pedestalize nobody. I don't think I'm better than anybody, but I'm the truth. You know,
You gotta have that attitude though.
I'm the truth, and I walk in my truth all day.
It don't matter if you in the room with somebody that's 10 times
Whoever it is.
most successful, whatever. Like, you gotta be in tune with yourself.
Absolutely.
Because, again, somebody talked about, I knew a guy making $2 million a month. I knew a guy making $200,000 a month. He was so focused on the person making $2 million a month, he wasn't happy because he wasn't in tune with himself. You know, so money is not the only thing that equates to happiness. You know what I mean? And I want to ask you, because I noticed you said it took you 12 years to get where you at now. What, am I 12, 13?
Well, I'm in the business investing in real estate for 21 years.
21 years.
So my first 12, 13 years, I talk about it was just pure hell. I was falling flat on my face for 13 years trying to figure this thing out.
Why you think that?
The number one thing I will say is that I never truly bet on myself at those periods of time.
Okay.
I wasn't betting on myself. I didn't understand the fundamentals. I kept trying to cut corners in the process. So those were really the biggest reasons of why I wasn't finding a level of success starting out.
My coach used to always tell me playing football is a game of inches. You know, you slow down right before that 100-yard. You don't push all the way through. It's kind of like cutting corners on a flip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody talked about, I had a flip and Chris was talking about this, and I had a rental and I didn't get the inspection, and then it turned out the utility line was busted underneath the foundation.
That's right.
You know, so now you got to bust up the foundation. Then insurance, they look at it and say, well, you was negligent to your property.
That's right.
Everybody think just because they put insurance on their property that they go save them.
That's right.
You know, so do you think like you was cutting corners, and I know you said because you didn't all the way bet on yourself, but do you think it was also because you didn't take the time to actually learn the game?
100%.
Okay.
100%. And then I was duped too.
Okay. Talk about that, brother.
So, you know, the one thing that I always say is that nothing is new what happened in today's market, real estate game. And then you ever heard that term, the more things change, the more they remain the same?
Yeah.
It's the truth.
Nothing new underneath the sun.
Nothing new. So what I was doing is similar to what's going on today. I always wanted to invest in real estate, even at the age of 7 years old.
Okay.
I had an interest in investing in real estate because I was influenced by my godfather at the age of 7, because the lifestyle that he lived, I realized, and through talking with him, that he was doing it because he invested in real estate. He had his own brokerage, et cetera, right? So that was the first seed that was planted in my mind. But then, of course, as I got older, everybody's trying to find themselves. Everybody's trying to find a way. Of course, I got caught up with the late night infomercials, Carlton Sheets infomercials, and other people that were doing the lifestyle marketing and simplifying real estate and saying, you can do this too.
You can do it too.
And if you notice...
Come to the seminar.
Come to the seminar. So what's the difference between that and what happens today? You never see anybody show you the other side of the business, of any business for that matter. So it's no different than the people that are losing weight. Nobody ever show you the other side of the work that you had to do to lose that weight. You only see the end result.
You're only seeing the gold.
That's it.
But you're not seeing it.
That's
it's
right.
like that picture with the iceberg and the tip of the iceberg and everything underneath.
That's right.
You know, and me getting into this game young, and sometimes it's a blessing and a curse. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I got into it 20 years old. I got into it flipping contracts, flipping paper. That ain't real estate investing. All the wholesalers out there, if you think you a real estate investor, you not.
Oh, could you say it again?
I don't care if
could
you
say it
made
again?
All the wholesalers out there, just because you made 100, 200,000, I don't care if you made $500,000 flipping paper, you are not a real estate investor. Because the same skills it requires to buy a property, fix a property up, and turn it and make your money and pay that lender back or get your money back, whatever it is totally different from getting on the phone, sending out text messages, going on appointments, and getting a property under contract, and then selling that paper. And I had to learn that, you know what I'm saying? As a wholesaler, they got this term, you not growing, you dying. So what a lot of people do is they flip all these contracts, they make this money wholesaling real estate, and then go tell everybody, I'm a real estate investor.
That's
then
right.
they got a course saying, I'm gonna teach you real estate.
That's right.
That happened to me, because I wanted to invest in real estate. Where I got my passion for real estate is I was exposed to new construction. You feel me? My aunt's husband, my uncle, showed me a house he was building, and that's what made me say, I want to build a house. So that was a goal I set, and that was the first time I was ever interested in real estate. I just didn't know how to get in. And then I came across wholesaling, and I'm like, this is the way that I'm going to get in. So I went into wholesaling knowing this ain't my end goal. I can make a lot of money doing this, but ultimately I'm going to use this money to start doing what I'm doing now, building houses. But a lot of wholesalers, or whatever you want to call them, wholesalers, bird dogs, whatever you want to call it, it's crazy because one of my homies, this was a humbling moment. One of my homies, he was dating a girl at the time, and we talk on the phone. One of my homies that we met, and the girl, her parents are real estate investors, so she used to listen to us talk a lot. And I was saying I'm a real estate investor, and one time she told him, she was like, he not a real estate investor. And he called me, he was like, bro, my girl's saying that you not a real estate investor. She said she went talk to her dad. They millionaires, multimillionaires. And her dad said, you a bird dog. I'm like, damn, I kind of felt played. But then when I looked at it, I said, I'm not a real estate investor. I find deals.
Exactly. When you really break it down, you're really not a real estate investor.
You're not.
Because
what's investing?
Exactly, right? Exactly, right? So that's a humbling moment, but the beautiful thing is that humbling moment, it lit a light bulb in your head.
Yeah.
Most people would get offended by that statement. Most people would have felt the ways about somebody calling them out. But the truth is the truth is the truth.
It is.
So that's why with me, I lead with the truth. Sometimes the DMs that I get, the shots that get messaged to me in my DMs and in my comment sections of my Instagram, and a lot of times people will be upset. But it's a small, minute amount of those people, because the majority of the people that when they see the posts that I put up, when you say real recognizes real, how can it be a lie when it's my life?
And some people went through the same things as you.
Not some people, most people.
A lot of people go through the same things, and that's the reality of this game.
Family, let me say it again. Most people. It's not a lot.
Most people.
Most of the people that hear my story went through exactly what I went through to some degree.
I agree with you with that. I was sugarcoating it a little bit.
No, I respect
I'm going to be honest with you. More people losing money in real estate than making money.
Let's talk about it.
More people losing money than making money. Just because you see the house, you see the deal, you see the check, at the end of the day, it's because you've been on the other side of it.
That's right.
I done came across a $50,000 check and only made half of that.
Let's go.
But you could be scrolling on Instagram and see somebody post that check, and then they say, I'm going to show you how to make $50,000, but they really didn't even make $50,000 on that deal.
That's why I'm big on separating gross and net. So when most of the people on Instagram are posting up, as you said, that they made $50,000, they don't factor in all of the things in between that supposed $50,000. And then the reality is, when you do break it down and do your numbers, in reality, that person maybe made $5,000, $10,000.
And sometimes the reason that person made $5,000, $10,000 is because they didn't know what they was doing. Okay. They wasn't a good operator. No
different than, it's like shock value.
Yeah.
No different than people that post up, I got $100. I got $500.
Let them know about that one.
Now we got $1,000, and you get led with that. And then that's when you see people that are entering the business, and then they'll say, hey, Welby, I want to get me $25. Okay, why? They can't even explain it.
You say you don't even talk doors.
I don't even talk doors. I don't even talk about how many doors I have or not. I have a lot of doors, but that's irrelevant.
The cash flow.
The cash flow, because I know people that have twice the amount of doors that I have and don't even make half the net income that I'm generating.
Hey, if you don't believe him, I saw it. He showed me.
Right?
Showed me what's going down.
And not only that, it's big about receipts. Because when you go and you buy your Gucci bag, when you go and buy your trip to Dubai that you barely can afford, you want that receipt, right? Mm-hmm. So when you come in and you talking to us influencers, tell those influencers to provide you those receipts.
Show you receipts.
Let's talk about it. I'm not saying to put it publicly and put all of your business out. So just yesterday when we was driving around, when we was going to the restaurant, and I just finished putting an offer, and I did an LOI, letter of intent, to acquire that property, and I showed you, hey, bro, look, this is how I put the deal together. I showed the email of the offering that I'm putting up with my private money, and then to back it up, I put up the
proof of funds, the bank account.
My bank account.
Yeah.
Showing, hey, I got the money, I'm ready to play, what you want to do? Mm-hmm. The reason why we had that conversation like that is because we understand, once again, there's a camaraderie again, a brotherhood again of what it is that we need to do. What most people will do is supposedly flash your Stripe account, and the Stripe account did $1 million, but they didn't tell you that $955,000 of that went to expenses and overhead and everything. In reality, they made $45,000.
Yep.
So they hit you with shock value. So when people are talking about the real estate game and then they want to talk to you about how many doors do they got, I don't care how many doors do you got.
Because what's hitting your bank account every
what's
month?
hitting your bank account after all the expenses are paid, after all the miscellaneous is addressed, what are you left with that goes in your pocket or in your bank account that's net, that's left for you?
So what you think separate somebody that got 100 doors and somebody that got 50 doors, but the person with 50 doors managed to cash flow twice the amount as the person with 100 doors? What do you think separates them? The difference between, like, how do you manage to have double the doors as me and you still can't cash flow what I'm getting at the end of the month?
One, they didn't do their research.
Okay.
They didn't do their research before acquiring. They're the typical people, a lot of the times, that are just happy to buy real estate to have bought real estate.
Oh, so they was celebrating because they closed on the deal.
So when I say that getting to the closing table is not a win,
yeah,
you know how many people got upset with me when I said that?
It's probably people that never went to the closing table.
Possibly, but a few people that did get to the closing table. I'm like, yo, I'm not talking to the person that is looking to buy a retail property for them and their family. That's not the people I'm speaking to. So anybody that bought real estate at whatever price that you bought it for, at whatever interest rate that it is, that says they want to buy this property, they're satisfied with where they work, they want to raise their kids in this school district, and you're happy, good, buy it.
I'm talking to the influence investors out there.
The people that we predominantly speaking to, the people that are reaching out to me, the people that are reaching out to you are people that are saying that they're looking to start investing in real estate. Mm-hmm. That's who I'm talking to.
Because it's important, though. What you saying is important because they got a lot of people that you get to scroll and they like, I just closed on this, I just closed on this, I just closed on this.
And those same people call me up.
To say what to do.
Abram, I hope you caught that. Those same people that you said scrolling, they call me up after the fact. Mm-hmm. On Instagram, they put it up. They just finished buying whatever it is that they bought. They make sure to pull up with the car. They make sure to have their fancy clothing on. They make sure to have to put the picture showing them signing the contract.
Oh, no, so you hit him with the...
Right? Y'all caught that, right? Make sure you show that. They signing the contract. It looks beautiful, right?
They got the soul sign on the table.
Yes, and then they got the soul sign on the table. And listen to me, brother. I'm not playing with nobody. I'm not trying to be like I'm making jokes to somebody. I'm just saying that is presented to you as a marketing strategy for you to convince yourself to come here and give me your money or give these people your money.
Course.
Right? Those same people are the ones that are calling you up. Yeah. Those same people are the ones that are calling me up and saying, listen, I bought this property. This property is not cash flowing. I bought this property. What I was expecting to be able to do, I can't do. Listen, the realtor told me that I could rent out or I could house hack this property in this way so I could make money. I just got a knock at the door from the city. Somebody called saying that I was illegally renting. They put a summons on my door. What do I do?
So it sounds like you might have experienced something similar to that to be able to guide somebody through that situation.
My story is my story is my story. The reason why my story don't change is because that's what happened to me. Mm-hmm. So so now, has the Bible story changed? The essence of the Bible story changed?
No.
And the same story is being told for how long?
A lot of years.
Okay, so my story is not gonna change.
If the story changed, then some, and some of y'all need to pay attention because some people don't be realizing what they said 2 years ago, and then you'll see them saying this, and you're like, wait.
You're being nice. I'll say it for you.
This ain't adding up.
Abram, I'll say it for you, brother. You're being extremely nice.
Let them know.
The people that you was rocking with yesterday ain't the same people that they are today.
They ain't.
The same people that was telling you that they got the play for you to change your life, the trajectory of your life, they changed their form, they changed their business model, they even changed their entire business. So what they were saying is
I'm happy you just saying that, bro, because that's what people need to watch. That's the biggest fishy thing to me.
Okay.
It's
so
the
now,
person that's in this business 1 year, then the next year they doing this, the next year they doing this. Like you're selling cars, you're doing e-commerce, then you're doing. Listen, I ain't. I'm gonna piss some people off with this, but it takes time,
bro,
to build a business.
Okay,
it takes time to become successful. And when this man says 21 years is the buildup of what you see now, you said earlier, some people look at that and they say, I'm not willing to put that in.
That's right.
But that means you don't want success. You don't really want it because he's telling you the truth. Go look at Jeff Bezos' story. Go look at Elon Musk's story. Go look at the people that's really who they say they are.
Listen, one of the people that's well known in this business, people talk about all the time, is Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Robert Kiyosaki.
The people see him today, there's not even a question if he's a real estate investor. Everybody agree with that, right?
Of course.
What people don't understand is that he was broke at 39 years old.
So for the people that's in their 20s thinking that they need to be rich right now, they done failed.
No, or they thinking that it's so automatically supposed to be that you're in your 20s or even your 30s and that you're supposed to have had success and you're supposed to have had this windfall of money. It didn't happen. It doesn't happen like that. It does not happen like that. I got caught up with it too.
Tell me a story about your about how you got caught up with that.
Okay, so how I get caught up.
How you basically, because you said you done got duped before.
I didn't get duped 1 time, 2 times, 10 times. I got duped many times. Matter of fact, you want me to keep it transparent with you?
Yeah.
I got duped 2 weeks ago.
All right.
I got duped 2 weeks ago for $50,000. Yeah, me.
The only who can you blame for that?
Oh, 100% me.
I love that answer.
100% me.
I love that answer.
But here's the thing, right? I talk about it and I laugh about it. One, thank you, Lord, I could take a hit like that. Mm-hmm. I'm not happy that it happened. Don't get it twisted. I'm not happy that it happened. But then I'm thankful I could laugh about it and say, Welby, that was your fault.
Accountability.
It was completely my fault. I got greedy for that situation. I don't want to speak on it too much. Mm-hmm. And I said, all right, and I put up $50,000. Mm-hmm. I got duped. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to put it straight. There's going to be people in this comment section saying $50,000? Ain't nobody going to get me for no $50,000. Somebody going to die. Or somebody going to, and you talking about on some street shit. Mm-hmm. The most gangster thing that goes on is not in the street, is in business.
Yeah.
You want to see some real gangsters get into some business.
There's some that paperwork.
You get what I'm saying?
They ain't worried about none of that.
So that tough guy shit that I see people try to play, that tough guy shit about how you're going to run up on your tenants and you're going to do this, you're going to do that, try it. Try it. Maybe 1 or 2 times you're going to get away with whatever little slightness you do. Eventually, your ass going to get pinched.
Yeah.
you got too much, especially if you're starting out, you got too much to lose for being ignorant.
Yeah.
So
Bro, I had this situation where tenants wasn't paying, and I was mad.
I get you.
And I was like, bro, I was talking to one of my contractors. I said, hey, you think you go take all the doors off the house? I was dead serious.
Of
I'm
course.
like, when she gone, take all the doors off the house. And then I thought about it. I said, man, bro, these tenant laws.
Nobody talk about that.
Yeah.
Nobody talk about that. Yo, bro, I put up my befores of my properties, my afters of my properties. I put up about putting new tenants in. I put up about the money I was able to increase the rents from whatever they were initially to what they are today. And then I put up about tenants not paying rent. I put another eviction. My attorney put another eviction for another tenant of mine yesterday.
Man, I saw that post you made where you had the picture of the tenant. It wasn't your tenant though, huh? It was I think you was posting somebody else's situation.
Oh, yeah. That was somebody else's situation.
Man, bro, when I first seen it, I said, hey, this dude, he's wicked, dog.
Yeah.
I thought it was your tenant at first.
Yeah, well,
the lady.
Yes.
But basically, you was kind of trying to say, I'm going through this too.
Listen to me, bro. I'll give you a perfect example. Everybody that wants to be real estate investors, I'm not deterring you. I'm encouraging you to come into this business and come make some money. But I want you to understand what you're going to deal with.
What's going to come with it? So
people that have Section 8, that continually believing that you guaranteed, you ain't got to worry about nothing. No, you got to work for that Section 8 money, people. So this tenant that moved in is on Section 8. Section 8 rent is $1,900 that they're paying. Section 8 pays 70% of that. The difference, I can't do the math off the top of my head, but whatever the difference is, that tenant's supposed to pay.
So they struggling to pay that 30% in most situations.
Nobody talks about that, though.
Let me ask you this.
Wait, but let me finish. Let me tell you real quick. I'm going to let you do that. The tenant was moving in with her. She's going to probably see this. And her 5 kids, pardon me. It's a big apartment. So that means it was going to be a total of 6 people moving in.
And how big the...
I don't know, maybe 1,500 square foot apartment. It's a good size apartment.
Okay.
4 bedrooms.
Okay.
All right? So her and her 5 kids, excuse me. So it would be a total of 6 people moving in the apartment. She moved in, hypothetically, November 1st with those 6 people. On the November 2nd, 6 more people moved in.
So 12 people.
12 people are living in that property. 12 people are living in that property. No one talks about that, though.
Because they ain't call you up and say, hey, we got another 6
plus
moving
2
in
dogs. Plus 2 dogs. So most people was going to talk their crap. Oh, yeah, you violated the lease. You out of here. Yeah, okay. It don't just work like that. And I don't care. I don't care if you in a red or blue state.
You got to spend money.
Thank you.
It's like the whole suing thing.
You get what I'm saying? But here's the flip side of it.
On that.
So some people gonna say what they gotta say. I don't say some people. Follow me, people. Pay attention. That's the game. But this building makes me, first off, this building has over $300,000 in equity in it.
Okay.
I owe less than $80,000 on it.
Okay.
I'm up already. This building, mortgage, taxes, insurance, etc., is $849 per month. I'll show it to you right now, brother. I'll pull it up right now.
I already know. I already know.
Okay? So everybody pay attention. $849 is the mortgage, taxes, insurance, etc. Her apartment alone is $1,900.
That's cash flow.
So
basically you bought the deal right.
The second floor apartment is $1,900. I have no problems with that tenant. The third floor apartment is $2,000. So that building alone nets me, net people, we only talk net over here, over $4,000 a month.
Most people that'll change that 4,000 green.
One property would change your life.
Change your life.
But here's the point I'm getting where the money is not free. The money is not truly passive.
That's what I was about to ask you earlier. Is it truly passive?
No, you got to work for it.
Okay.
So with this issue with the tenant, most people that are buying their properties, they're buying their properties too tight.
Okay.
They're buying it wrong. So when you have a problematic tenant, you're afraid to get that tenant upset with you.
What percentage should people be looking to buy their property at then?
Listen, bro, I'm not that smart.
Okay.
I'm going to be real with you. I'm not that smart to tell you should be buying at a percentage of this, a percentage of that, because you got to understand the market that you're investing in and adapt to your market.
Okay, so you got to look at everything.
Yes, so because where I'm at, in the areas of Connecticut that I'm investing in, I can't do that as smooth if I were to decide to start investing in Brooklyn, New York.
I like that answer because everybody go by 70% rule. This, that, and all that.
It's just a foundation of a process. That's all it is.
But it's not black and white.
No, it's not. It's just a foundation of a process. So with that tenant, going back to the tenant, I'm not happy with what this tenant did, but I could absorb the problem because my property is not tight. If 2 of the 3 tenants don't pay me rent, I'm still net positive cash flowing over $1,000 a month.
Most people can't say that.
Yes, that's right. So you need to position yourself as the investor to be able to protect and fight for yours. If you don't protect yourself, how you fighting? Now you afraid to say something to the tenant when they playing with you in your face because you're afraid now. You're hoping and praying. Well, the tenant did say, give me another week or 2 and I'll find the money to give to you. And because you need that money, you afraid maybe the person will come through with it.
So you depending on somebody else with something you own.
Bleep this out. Fuck that. I used to play. I used to play like that. I used to play like that. And you know how many people on here? Why you not people that are owning properties? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. You have that tenant that's giving you a problem, and it's not that you scared of them. It's not that you are a sucker. But at the same time, too, you're hopeful. Maybe this person will come through because I need to pay this mortgage. And then
when know they not.
And then they're not.
When you know they not.
So what protects you is the process. So there's a certain price point, and it don't matter the market that you in. Okay. I don't care what market that you in. There's a certain price point, which is where you have to be able to do your due diligence in your market to identify it.
Okay.
I'm in Nashville, Tennessee right now. I've never been here. Brother, give me a month. Me and you talking, we said we're gonna do some business. Give me a month. And I'm gonna be able to tell you, not even a month, bro. Give me a couple of days. Mm-hmm. Abram, excuse me, this is your city. Yo, bro, can I take a ride with you? Yo, Abram, bro, how much is that 3-family going for? Okay, cool, that 3-family's going for that? Yo, what's the rents over here, bro? And I'm not talking about the rents for people that have a low way of thinking of being a landlord where the attitude is I'm not the one living here, so I'm just gonna slap some paint on the wall and then get whatever anybody I can get in here, and including if it's Section 8. Abram, I see how beautiful your properties are, your apartments are. How much people are paying for this?
Yeah.
Word, they paying that? Let me multiply it times how many units is in the building. So if I do what Abram did, my gross income would be this. Okay, Welby, how much would I have to buy that property at the initial acquisition? At the initial acquisition, for me to then invest the money that Abram would have invested in to get the apartment like this, I will leave me with a plenty of equity that will give me the net cash flow that I'm looking for.
It's all in the numbers.
Most people will never even waste their time to do that. You know what they're gonna do? Well, the mortgage lender told me I'm pre-approved for this amount of money.
So let's go spend it.
Let's go spend it.
It's like with people that get credit cards. Just because I got $100,000 in credit, and that ain't your money.
Yo, Abram, you see why when I tell you about our brotherhood?
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. So for all you people with your plays on credit cards, business lines of credit, who cares?
With no business plan
You
behind
have no
it.
business plan, and you showing your Amex cards, you showing your Capital One cards, you showing the plays on getting other lines of credit. You just was approved for $100,000 with no game plan.
Nothing.
Not only no game plan, you ain't even talking to the people about the back end that you had to pay for. So immediately you're in debt with no game plan.
You got a lot of people believing in, if I get $500,000 in credit cards, then I'm going to get rich. Oh, this $500,000 is for me. You know, and one of my mentors told me early, man, probably back in like 2018, never use credit for something that's not going to make you money. And also the time is very important. So what I mean by that is, if you're using credit for something that's gonna make you money 2 years from now, and you ain't got the money to pay that card off, you might not make, you will not make it to that check 2 years from now.
That's right.
So whenever you leveraging credit, other people money, time is one of the most important factors in business on getting that return.
How hard is it to get money?
It's easy to get money.
Like,
printed money.
Okay.
It's so easy to get money.
So I'm not impressed.
So easy to get money.
So when you seeing people saying that they got the money or they got the bag, I'm not impressed. That's easy. So when people are posting up their LLCs, when I say an LLC is not a win.
People used to hate me for that, bro.
Okay.
I was the one in like, because I'm a curious kid,
Yes.
bro. So you know how like you in college and people used to post, oh, my boyfriend got me an LLC, or I just opened up my LLC. I used to be the one to be like, what's so good about that? And people would get mad at me.
So can I ask you a question while we on camera? So this is another real estate investor, people. So is an LLC a win?
No.
Yeah. So it's not.
I closed my first 3 deals with no LLC.
Thank you. Yo, listen.
None.
The majority of my properties now that I
costs
own,
money to own the LLC.
The majority of my properties now is personally guaranteed by me.
They think, oh, well, if I got an LLC, I can hide behind it. They come and get you.
Okay.
You think they don't know you own that LLC?
Okay.
That's another one of the biggest lies that's told.
Okay.
You put in the LLC
and nobody
you're
knows.
Protected.
Okay. But guess what?
I find
Can I humbly admit it? Something?
Yeah.
I did the same thing like y'all. I thought the same thing. Oh, shoot, let me open up an LLC. Nobody will know who I am. The game that I'm gonna do is open up an LLC, then get that credit card so I could charge it up and not pay it back. You guys know who I'm talking to. You guys know exactly who I'm talking to when I'm saying, when the people are telling you, don't worry about, you don't have to, you're gonna get this business line. It doesn't show up on your personal credit, but when you don't pay it back, it will.
It'll show up on it at the beginning.
Okay.
You gotta make sure you doing your due diligence because they'll still put it on there. Come on, man.
So going back to what I said about my story, what I'm talking about is because I did it.
And what you saying is like, I don't want y'all to miss this. In order to get these things, somebody got to sign for it. So when he's saying, I personally guaranteed it, y'all think it because you open up a business and go get credit, you still have to, your personal credit got to be good before you go get business credit. Because the bank goes say, well, who's going to guarantee that this $10,000, $20,000 is protected?
And the majority of the people that are trying to go through that approach, when you have a candid conversation with them and you ask them personally what's going on with their personal situation, their credit is destroyed. Whatever the reason is. So they're desperate. I understand. When my credit went from a 700 to a 500 because of the mistakes that I made, I was desperate. So because I was desperate, man, I get choked up, bro. My man, it brings it back to me thinking about this shit, bro.
Because you lived it.
Yo, bro, I went from a 700 and some change down to a 500 and my life was over. What am I gonna do? I just destroyed my credit. I owe all of these people. Nobody's going to fund me. What am I going to do? I was desperate. With my desperation, other people saw that I was desperate and took advantage of me. Yo, give me this, give me that. Pay this to me, pay me that. Whatever they said that they needed and they wanted, I paid it. So when a person told me before my twin brother started learning the game of credit repair, we were looking for people to repair our credit. So these credit repair people, I know exactly what you do.
It ain't that hard.
And they said to me, give me $2,000, $5,000, whatever it was, because I knew the importance of my credit, and my credit got destroyed from a 700 to a 500. You said if I give you $5,000, you get me right?
5,000.
Whatever it is, but I paid it, brother. I'm not, listen to me, man. That's why I tell people, I'm you. I went and I found a way, borrowed it or whatever, and I paid the $5,000, and guess what happened? Nothing.
You know what's crazy? Man, bro, I always, I've been telling you this whole weekend, bro. I always been around the older people, so it's like I'm listening to everything. And some of the things I did is crazy that it come full circle, because I actually was in a situation where I had doctor bills on my credit because we didn't grow up with insurance.
Yes.
We didn't grow up with that, So I had doctor bills at 17, 18 years old, where I didn't even know about credit. So I'm looking at these derogatory marks on my credit.
And not even understanding what it is.
Man, I figured out how to pull my credit report, how to do the letters, and how to get that stuff off my credit on my own. Ask me how much time it took me to do that.
How much time?
One night, probably an hour. I went to Experian.com, TransUnion.com, and I went, saw the derogatory mark, and I said, I was a minor at this time, such and such, yada, yada, boom. Next thing I know, the mark off my credit. My credit score shoot up. That's the same thing they doing.
And the thing is that I don't want people thinking or to lose the value of someone with more experience giving you game.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to, nor are you trying to encourage a person to just go out there and do it by yourself.
Nah.
It's not what we
Somebody showed me how to do that.
Okay. And what I tell people to do is just take a deep breath.
The same mentor that told me only use credit to make money.
Yes.
Because I got a credit card young. I'm going to be honest. I used my credit. The first thing I used my credit card because I couldn't get a laptop. So I used my credit card to get my Mac, my laptop in college, and I paid it. I paid it off through the months.
Yeah.
And I used a credit card. I bought my first designer shoes with a credit card, some Balenciagas. And I was like, man, that was one of the stupidest decisions I made because I couldn't afford the Mac, but I'm going to be honest, I needed the laptop.
And you didn't understand that you have to pay that back. You didn't understand when you got those statements coming in. You see the statement, you open it up. Yeah, you have to pay your minimum balance.
You paying the minimum. You will never pay it off.
Then you're not even doing it because you don't even realize the importance of having to pay it, which is how it's tied to your credit.
And the minimum will never pay off the balance.
That's right. That's right.
Most people don't even know that. They think because they paying the minimum every month, that's paying off the balance. That's right. You're paying interest.
So that's the reason why, like you say when I share and I talk my story about it, it's because the majority of the people, 90% of the people, relates exactly to me. 90% of the people, when we're speaking on, they're saying that happened to me. That's what contractors, how they get their experiences with contractors, with mortgage lenders, with attorneys, etc. Wait a minute, that happened to me too. But nobody ever speaks about it. So when I started out I've always been a vocal person.
What's your goal in all this you doing, bro? What's the reason you
do it? The goal?
Yeah, what's your reason?
My goal is to empower you. My goal is to empower you. Every individual that's going to see this podcast, my goal is to empower you. Why I say that? You are the most important person involved in any real estate transaction. But you don't realize that. You don't understand that. So that's why I when I started realizing how powerful that I am, who am I? I'm the person that's qualified to buy this problem off of your hands. I'm the person that's qualified to buy that product that you want to get rid of. Everybody that's buying real estate, which regardless if you are an investor or a regular buyer, retail buyer, you have to be qualified to be able to do so. If there's not a qualified person, the transaction will never happen.
So it start with that person being qualified.
Thank you. Regardless if you are a retail buyer or an investor, in whichever way that you are going to get your funding, you have to be qualified to be able to do it.
So look, I know somebody go try to mix his words up because earlier he said if you alive, you could get approved for a loan. But what he's saying is without you, they can't give you that loan. So you better understand what value you bring to the game and why they working so hard to give you this loan. And some of them you need to say no to.
And not only that, without you, nobody else can make money. Nobody.
That's why they want to get you. That's why.
So once again, when I say I want to empower you, hear me. Who's the boss? The one that pays the bills. You got me, right? You agree with me or not?
I know exactly, bro.
Who's the boss? The one that write them checks.
Because when that deal get closed, you know how many people make money when one property close?
Are they hearing you, bro?
You know how many people make money when one property close, bro?
You understand you as the qualified buyer, how many families you are feeding? You.
The title company, the insurance, the contractors, damn the lenders, damn all the people on the subcontractors on the team.
So let me ask you.
The city, the taxes.
So let me ask you, because of that fact, does that not demand respect?
Of course, but you got to demand your own respect.
Okay.
And if you're not educated, then you don't even know the respect that you have. And I'm happy that you asked me that because back to what we was talking about earlier, as a wholesaler or a bird dog, whatever you want to call it, someone that sources deals, because I believe deal sourcing is one of, if not the most important thing in real estate.
Yeah.
You talk about in your process, it starts with the acquisition.
That's right.
So you find out how to get the acquisition right. You need to also understand what value you bring to the table whenever you find a good deal. We heard Chris talking about being the visionary, bringing one part of that triangle and being able to demand 20, 30%
That's right.
on that deal.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you get good at finding deals, you make money off of them. My first new construction deal, I made $350,000 net. We're going to do that net number right there.
Talk that, brother.
But guess what? I could have wholesaled it to another investor for $40,000. But I realized I didn't need the 40 at that time.
Let's go.
And I expanded my knowledge. There's power in knowledge. There's power in information, but you got to use it. We all got the same information exposed to us. You go on YouTube and find this. When somebody buy your course or buy my course, they ain't buying it. Let me rephrase this. You could get this information from a lot of other places. I'm not gonna say everywhere. You can get it from a lot of other places. But you're buying that this person is battle tested, that this person has the necessary guidance, that this person has applied the information, has operated what they teaching you. And what's the true definition of a mentor? Somebody that go through the battle, get the war wounds, get the knives in their back, then they come back and bring other people with them because they know what them other people about to go through.
Can I give you a perfect example?
Yeah.
You ever had furniture get delivered to you that got to be put together?
Yes.
And did they not put the manual inside of the package?
Exactly.
To put it together?
Step by step.
Step by step. And you still messed up the process of putting it together?
Yes.
And then you call up that same company and say, I can't figure this out. Then they send somebody, and without even looking at it, they put it together like that.
That happened with our printer a few weeks ago.
Okay. That's no different than you guys that want to invest in this business.
You gotta have the necessary guidance.
That's what you're offering. That's what I'm offering.
Because you're gonna make mistakes.
You're gonna make mistakes.
You're gonna make a lot of mistakes.
That's right. You're going to make mistakes, but that's what I'm offering is for you to minimize your mistake and minimize the time wasted.
And cut that learning curve,
And
bro.
to cut that learning curve short.
You cut that learning curve,
What you're doing, bro, now, I tell you all the time. My man, the stuff that this brother is doing out here, and it's no cap. No cap. Real receipts. Real pull-up. Real walkthroughs on real properties that he owns. And Abram, you're welcome to come pull up on me.
I showed you the appraisals.
Yes, you did. And Abram, you're more than welcome to pull up on me. And you don't even have to tell me when you coming. I'll do the same for him too. I'll show him real receipts, real pull-ups, real walkthroughs on real properties I own. What I didn't have is what you got. I wasn't as smart as you, brother. I wasn't as smart as you to be humble enough to say, I don't know, let me get somebody to school me on it.
I was in the car with you last night. I said, man, I need to learn how to get passive cash flow. And I got rentals that's not, I got rentals that's not performing. Should I sell this, Welby?
Those are the type of conversations you want to have.
Some people too prideful. When you, at the end of the day, you came here, and I appreciate you, bro, for what you did. If you wasn't at the Triple M event, bro, I'm telling you, dog.
Did I kill that shit, brother?
Man, did you kill it? It's crazy because we were supposed to do a live podcast. You came in there, and I said, Welby, what you want to do, bro? You looked at me, you said, give me the mic. I said, I'm giving you the mic. You tried to stop me. This brother here is humble, man. This brother here is respectful. I know y'all see him say a lot of things online. He's saying the truth. But at the same time, he's a student of the game. He's respectful. He was like, man, brother, whatever you want to do. But I shot right back at him and I said, I called you for you. I didn't call you because you got 150,000 followers and I wanted to see how I could benefit off of your wave. No, I called you like we was talking about. I seen you on Millionaire Mindsets. Yeah, man. Jeff was with me at InvestFest. What I was saying, I said, as soon as we see each other, boom, we locked in. I said, bro, this was one of the dudes that I knew I was going to see there. And it was genuine love because, bro, we met a lot of people at InvestFest, Jeff. And I talked to my people. What I say, he ain't real. He ain't real. He looking pat. He acting like he don't know me. You was probably... you was the only person that I was like, hey, this dude right here is real, bro. He's authentic. He's genuine. So when I called you up to come speak at this event, I was calling Welby to come speak at this event. Forget all the other stuff. I was like, I want my people to see this dude on stage. I want them to see Welby. And when you said, give me the mic, I would be a fool to try to say, nah, let's do it my way.
But as I told you before, I appreciate you trusting me too. I appreciate you trusting me because you know what? I can't be boxed in. And I as confident as I am, as humble as I am, I let myself get boxed into a degree with certain people in certain situations. I'm not doing that no more. For nobody. Yo, I got a story that the world needs to hear.
They got to.
They have to hear it. Because I'm a representative of you. I'm the representative of you. I don't think I'm better than you. It made
so much sense yesterday too, bro.
Yo,
we literally laid it out
step
from year
by
one.
Step by step.
From 04, 03, 04.
Yep.
All the way to where we at now.
2023.
Man, the amount of property addresses that he put out there and I'm not just look it up and then keep going. No, I'm waiting. I'm not going to the next thing I'm talking about to somebody in this crowd. Pull up the property address. Tell me what these numbers say, and I'll give you $10,000 if the number don't work. Most people ain't. 90% of people ain't gonna do that.
Yo, brother, that's why I tell people, yo, leave me alone, bro. I'm not the one to just leave me alone, bro.
That's why I do in-person events.
Yeah.
Because I want you to come see my properties. Come walk it.
It's important.
Come see my team.
It's important.
Come see the people I'm connected with. Pull them to the side and have conversations about me.
It's important, brother.
Do your receipts. Talk to my students. Talk to my mentees. Talk to them.
Because here's the thing. It's very easy for us to go, because we could talk about processes if you want, numbers of certain things. It's cool. But it's very good to just give people the theoretical process of things. Very easy. So that's why there's a whole lot of different strategies. I hear the Burr strategy. I hear the house hacking strategy. I hear all these different strategies. And then when you look at the theoretical process on a board, sounds beautiful. Now, there's a big difference between that theoretical process and the real world application of it.
Execution.
It's totally different.
Because when you say, it make people mad, the Burr strategy, not what you think it is. He not saying it don't work. But if you don't work,
thank you,
it won't work.
And then
it involves strategy, bro.
When I said it, I said my exact words is that the Burr strategy is overrated.
Yeah.
It hurt people to their core. What do you mean it's overrated? And they're taking it personal. But they're not listening to the message.
It is overrated.
The majority of people utilizing the Burr strategy should not be doing the Burr strategy. And we proved that, not by just me, by the different other people that were speakers on your platform yesterday that are proven track record investors that were saying the exact same thing.
I mean, somebody came up to you after your speech crying, saying, this exact thing happened to me. I talked to you, and it's crazy. You said 03, 04, and you said the loan for how much percent?
Yeah, 106%.
And what I said, my father bought the same exact situation, bro.
That's how
some of the biggest lies in the American dream.
That's right. That's how real it is. I can't stand when I keep hearing people talk about cash out refinancing, and then I walked away with a check for $100,000. What's the difference between you getting your credit card and maxing it out and you refinancing and cashing out?
And then go and buy a Benz.
What's the difference? You don't have $100,000. You took that money to put in the bank account so you could pay the interest rate mortgage or the bare minimum so that you could open up your bank account to look and say, oh, I got $100,000. No, you don't.
The bank just upped the payment.
It's not your money. So how are you excited about the fact that you did the Burr strategy, cashed out by maxing out, and put that money in your bank that you still have to pay for? The way I showed the game, the property I gave the example on, I have no money tied into the property. I have no money out of pocket.
So you saying you ain't gotta have no money to buy to be in real estate? You need
money to invest in real estate.
Okay.
You need money to invest in real estate. But with the statement I just made, when I say I have none of my money in it,
okay,
people are saying, oh my God, but you're contradicting yourself. You said you don't need money to invest in real estate. There's a process to this.
Strategy.
There's a strategy to this.
Just start with that acquisition too.
The acquisition required money, but the money didn't come out of my pocket. The money came out of another source. The other source could be a myriad of things. The other source could be your 401k retirement fund. The money could be that you know how to liquidate a credit card. The money can be that, Abram, I need to borrow money from you for a couple of months because I got a property to buy. One way or another, you need the money. Mm-hmm. But by the time I utilized the money to acquire that property, I had the game plan laid out on how I'm going to be able to exit out. The exit strategy.
How many properties you got to look at? How many times you got to get told no before you find a property that worked for your game plan?
99.9% of the time.
And most people just get that approval in the first deal that realtor bring them to. I'm buying it.
Bro, 99.9% of the time when I'm looking into a property, making an offer on the property, I already have accepted the fact that I'm not going to get it. But if I don't take that 0.1% shot, I'm out of the game 100%. So I take the shot being confident of my due diligence, my numbers, and let it go.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Eventually, I get that call.
Yeah.
Yo, Welby, man, they accepted your offer. Here's the thing that's beautiful. You're always going to be nervous I be moving big money, bro. I'm gonna be cutting a check for $460,000 in the next week or two for a purchase of a property I'm buying. I'm cutting a check. Am I walking through the door not nervous? I worked hard for that money, bro. So there's a level of nervousness. We're human. But I believe in the numbers.
What you said was the only universal language in the world.
The universal language of the world is numbers. So you could be dropped off in Antarctica, you could go to Nova Scotia, you could go to Jamaica, you could go to Haiti.
Nova Scotia.
1 and 1, the universal language of the world is 2. Anywhere in the world.
So basically, if they learn the number, if you take the time out to learn the numbers and not let emotion get you to deteriorate from your numbers, you be all right.
I tell everybody the numbers is your parachute. It's your safety net because you have to eventually jump out the plane. You're going to have to, the analysis paralysis thing is real. You are going to eventually have to jump out the plane, but you could have 2 choices. Jump out the plane, bare-butted, and you just jump, or you could jump out the plane with the parachute on. I'm going to jump out the plane with the parachute.
Man, I like how you
I thought about it all by myself. I just thought about it just now.
Hey, bro, clip that one up, bro. That's a great example, bro. It's crazy. Do you invest in stocks at all?
No, I need to
say. What you about to say?
What I'm going to say is jumping out the plane with the parachute, when you understand the process, that's how your parachute starts to open up more.
Okay.
So as you start doing your numbers, the numbers is telling you, and that's when your parachute's opening up. And it's going to tell you at the end, by the time you figure it out, this is a win.
Yeah.
Regardless what the numbers are. So you can survive that plane jump. But you have a lot of people. Yes, but you have a lot of people that are jumping out without that parachute, buying this property, do not have a clear intent on this property, and then they find they fall flat splat on earth. And that's what I'm trying to have people avoid doing.
You invest in stocks, any?
I did, but I got wiped out.
All right, I'm happy you said that. Because you said something else earlier. You said, I'm not that smart, brother. We talking about real estate, y'all. This is some of the most calculated risk in the investment world.
Facts.
If you trust the numbers, you take the time out to learn the process, learn the strategies, you could reverse engineer and know all the way down to the T what's going to happen before you buy that deal. If you don't know what's going to happen before you buy that deal, you in trouble. You ever bought a deal that you didn't know was going?
Of course, I've done. That's why when I got wiped out.
Yeah.
Because I just bought the deal because I figured that I got to the closing table, the mortgage lender told me that you approved, so I bought it, not knowing that it was not going to work.
Yeah.
And the realtors and everybody else, the mortgage lenders, everybody got paid. And now I got a property that's not going to work with what I'm doing, and now I'm trying to scramble to figure things out. The end results wasn't good for me.
So it really took you, brother, really sit down with yourself and say, Welby, I got to learn this process.
Stop cutting corners,
I got to stop blaming the realtor, the contractor, the lender. I got to stop blaming them because they not on my side. But guess what? They need me in order to get paid.
Once I understood that, bro, it just changed for me dramatically. Of course, those people get offended. The mortgage lenders say that I don't work for nobody. We're actually partners. Make sense?
Crazy.
The realtors also say too, we're partners in this because I'm investing my time and energy. Yeah, we are. What's your risk involvement in it?
How easily can you go find another lender or realtor before they find another good operator?
That's what I'm saying.
Somebody that they could really trust with their money.
Let me ask you a question. How often are people reaching out to you to offer you money?
Oh, a lot. All the time, bro.
On my phone, I have to put it on block because I get people calling me constantly. Banking institutions, private lenders, hard money lenders. Hey, Welby, you got a deal? Can I fund your deal? Can I fund your deal? And if you listen closely, you hear them. They're in a call room, and they're all calling up people. Why they're doing that? Because there's way more of them than us.
And when you start understanding that money is America's greatest product, then you'll start understand why they calling you, because they sell money. That piece of paper is like me selling this hat to you. They sell that money and charge you for holding their money. Man, Welby, bro, you just lit it on fire again, bro, and we about to get ready to wrap this up, man. But before we wrap it up, I just want you to tell the people, man, you can look in the camera, whatever you want to do, who is Welby and what you want to leave all these people with, bro?
Well, first off, I appreciate you. And we haven't even scratched the surface on the level of conversations that
I appreciate you,
we
bro.
need
You
to
talked
have.
with my parents, bro.
Man, I appreciate you too, man, for real.
Yeah, bro.
Anything you need, I told you, I'm just a flight away, man. I'm ready.
It's been a good weekend, bro.
Definitely, man. But for those people that don't know me, my name is Welby Accely. At my best 197 off of Instagram. I'm a first-generation Haitian-American real estate investor. Been in the game 21 years. I'm battle-tested. I don't know everything. I'm not sitting here to tell you I know everything. But what I share with you is my truth. I give you guys the good, the bad, the ugly of this business. And I just want to empower you. I want to show you how you could do it too. So for those people, you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook. You can catch me on there, man. And let's get to it, man.
We out, bro. Appreciate
you, my
dog.
guy. Thank you again, all right? Appreciate you, my guy.
Yes, sir. That's a wrap. Another one.